Hello everyone, my name is Colby. I'm going to be teaching you how to do a barbell deadlift today. Before we get started, there are a few different types of deadlifts I think you should understand. You have a conventional barbell deadlift, which is what I'm going to show you today. Feet are right underneath your hips, legs are straight, toes are pointed forward. You're going to squat down, you're going to push your butt up, back nice and flat, and you're going to stand all the way up. Then you have a sumo deadlift. The sumo, your feet are much wider apart, toes are angled out. What this does is it hits more of a focus on the glutes and the hamstrings compared to low back as what the conventional deadlift does. You have an RDL, which stands for Romanian deadlift, and then you have a stiff leg deadlift. The only difference between an RDL and a stiff leg deadlift is with RDL, your feet are much closer together. You start from the top. Once you grab your weight, if it's a dumbbell, kettlebell, barbell, whatever it is, you start up from the top and you'll lower your weight down, keep your legs nice and straight, back nice and flat, and come all the way up. A stiff leg, you are a conventional stance. You start from the bottom, so you start here, legs are nice and straight, come all the way up, and you're pushing your hips back. You're pushing your butt back as far as you can get it. Butt back is nice and flat all the way down, and come right back up. So the range of motion isn't as much because you're keeping your legs a little straighter than normal. That's okay, that's what the lift is for. Trying to focus on the glutes and the hamstrings, strengthen them up to help with the conventional deadlift. Now for a conventional deadlift, what I like to do, I get a big deep breath, kind of focus in. You're going to step up to the barbell. I'll get my feet right underneath my hips, maybe a little bit wider. You can go a little wider on conventional. It's whatever is a little more comfortable and whatever your levers are like. So each person is different, so there's not a strict form or strict feet placement for each individual. It all depends on leg length, how their hips lie. There's a lot of different factors that come into that. So it's whatever's comfortable for you and what you feel like you can pull the most with. So you can step up to the bar, toes are pointed forward. You're going to squat down. You're going to do one of a couple different hand placements. You can do a alternating grip, pronated, supinated. You can do both pronated, or you can do a hook grip. I'm going to do the alternating grip. Left hand will come down over top of the bar. Right hand will come down underneath the bar. From here, I want you to take a big deep breath. Brace your core, squeeze it nice and tight. From here, I want you to retract your shoulder blades, bring them down and push them back. Keep your lats nice and engaged. From here, you'll lift up, stand all the way up, lock out. Keep the bar close to your shins, come all the way down, touch. Do the same thing, brace that core, lats engaged, all the way up, and relax. One thing I don't want to see, one thing you need to stray away from, is when I'm lifting, my back is nice and flat at an angle. What I don't want to see is a rounding of the back. That's where you can cause some disc separation in the spine, and you can cause a lot of injury that way. So when you're lifting, I'll show you from this angle. Step up to the bar, push more forward, you're going to squat down. Once you engage that core, engage those lats, look it up, stand all the way up, and back down. This is not what I want to see. I don't want to see a rounding of the back, standing up, and coming in. That's what causes injuries, and we need to stay away from injuries. When it comes to exercising, form is where it's at. If you don't have the proper form, it can cause injury, you're not going to get the gains you see, and you're just not going to like it. It's going to hurt way too much. So we have to hit form. So the next thing I want to teach you is how to do a walking lunge. Now they're going to be weighted, but at first, I think it's really important if we go over just the form of a body weight lunge, then we'll add the weight, and we'll show you how that's done. Alright, so with the lunge, now a lot of people aren't understanding that this is the lunge. That's not it. Alright, so the actual lunge is you're going to stand nice and tall. You engage your core. Everything involves the core, so we have to engage on every single lift. We're engage that core, we're nice and tall. We're going to step out far forward, okay? From here, we're going to lunge forward, we're going to squat down. So it's here, you're going to squat down, knee right before you hit the ground, and back up. And you'll bring your foot up, okay? All right, so we're back here, we're nice and tall. Engage that core. We're going to step up, we're going to step forward. down to where knee almost touches the ground. Back up and bring that foot in. Okay? I like to bring my arm up, opposite arm, opposite leg. Kind of just keep balancing a little bit. If you keep that core nice and tight, balance is never an issue. Now, the key thing to keep a lunge from hurting is when you lunge out, when you're in this position, you see how my knee is directly over top my ankle. It's not out over top of my toe. So that's the key to the lunge. When you're lunging, you want to get out far enough where you go straight down, keeping that knee over top of the ankle, and push yourself straight back out. Okay? So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to do a weighted lunge. We're going to grab something light. I done legs today. I'm not a fan of legs. Alright, so we're nice and tall, right? We have a dumbbell in each arm. We're nice and tall, engage that core, nice and tight. Lunge forward. Down right before the knee touches the ground, and back up. Then alternate. And back up. So from this angle, you'll lunge out, down, and up. Okay? Other leg down, and up. Stay nice and tall. And each time you're not taking a step in between lunging, it's straight into your walk. So you're lunging out, down, up, out, down, up. And that's how you do a walking lunge. Alright guys, the next lift that we're going to go over, we're over a goblet squat. And again, form is everything. Form is what keeps us in the gym, keeps us out of the hospital, out of the doctor's office, keeps us from having injuries. Alright, so what we're going to do first, we're going to go over a squat form. Then we'll grab a weight, then we'll do a goblet squat. Okay, when you're squatting, a lot of people do whatever's comfortable for the feet. Okay, so a good rule of thumb, you take them right out shoulders apart. So your shoulders will line straight down. Okay, toes are pointed forward. Alright, from here, we're going to engage that core, as always. Always engage that core. Here, nice and tall, keep the back nice and flat. We're going to push our hips back. Okay, so it's a pelvic rotation. You're going to rotate them backwards. Okay, from here, you're going to squat down at least a parallel. You can keep your hands out in front. You're going to lean forward just a little bit to keep you balanced. You're going to stay right back up. As you come back up, you notice my knees didn't buckle in. So as you come back up, you need to force your knees outward to keep your knees from buckling in. Here's the side view. All right, so feet are shoulders apart. Toes are pointed forward. Bring your hands out from the front, so wherever's comfortable. Engage that core. Roll. Push your hips back. Push those hips back. It's the first movement. We don't just squat down. Push those hips back. Okay? Get our back in line where we need to be. Push those hips back. We're going to sit back like we're sitting down on a seat. We're not just coming straight down. Okay? So we're around our back. We don't want that. We want our back nice and flat. So we're going to push those hips back. We're going to sit back. We're sitting down on the hook. We're coming at least parallel. If you can go farther, that's fine. At least parallel. You see how my toes are just a little out in front of my feet? That's okay. It's going to happen. You can't avoid that. You're going to engage those, you're going to push those knees outward, and you're going to stand right back up. All right? That's how you do this a normal, everyday squat. Okay? It's the same whether you have a barbell on your back, if you have a dumbbell, or whatever it is. That's how we're going to do a squat. Kettlebell, doesn't matter. All right, so a goblet squat. We're going to pick our dumbbell up. You can do it a couple different ways. You can hold it here. You can hold by the bar, or you can hold by the plate. Whatever's comfortable. All right. So we're going to be wider than what we're used to. Okay? So we're not shoulders apart. We're outside of our shoulders. All right. From here, I like to angle my toes out just a little bit, maybe 5 to 10 degrees. When it comes to these, it gives me a little more comfort, a little more stability. What this causes is you're going to sit down in between your legs. I'm going to start being in line with them. So it's the same form though. You're going to push those hips back. You're going to squat down, keep those knees out over top of those ankles. And right back up. Okay? Engage that core. Here's the side view. Feet a little wider, shoulders apart. We're going to push those hips back. We're gonna squat down nice and tall. Elbows touch the knees and back up. You can kind of see how my butt sits in between my feet. That's how you perform a goblet squat. All right, everybody. Our next lift we're going to do, we're an upper body lift. We're going to do our Arnold press. All right. So Arnold press works your shoulders. We're going to anterior delt, not delt, and a little bit of that medial delt as well. So when you're shoulder pressing, normally hands are here, dumbbells, barbell, whatever it is, and press straight up. Keep that back nice and flat. And we're not arching our back. We're not sliding down and pressing up. We're not doing an incline chest press. We're doing shoulder press. We're nice and tall. We're pressing straight up in the air. Okay? One key mistake a lot of people make is getting that weight, their hands, behind their shoulders. Okay? So you have a natural plane of motion, plane of alignment on your scapula. It is angled like this on your back. It's not straight up and down. So as that scapula is angled like this, what happens when you bring your arms behind your back? It takes that scapula out of line. Causes a lot of injuries that way. One thing you want to avoid is taking that weight over behind the head and pressing up here. You don't want that scapula out of line. Keep that weight out in front. Just right off the front of the delt. Okay? You can come in, if you have dumbbells, you can come in an angle and press straight up. But today we're going to do Arnold press. Okay? So we'll grab our weights. Big weights. Alright. I want you to push your low back up against the back pad here. Okay? I want you to keep that flat, nice and flat against that pad. We're up tall, we're not hunched over, we're not arching. The entire spine is flat against that back. Okay? From here, you're gonna bring your weights up. Your palms are facing you. We're not facing away yet. We're facing you, okay? From here, we're gonna press up and out. So we're gonna go up, out. As we go up, we're gonna turn our palms away to face the opposite direction. We're gonna do the same thing all the way back down. So as we come back down, turn our palms in, bring those elbows together, and we'll go back out. So we're out to the side, up, and back in. Slow and controlled on everything. Up, and back in. Good. All right. That's your Arnold press. Front delt, medial delt, a little bit of the upper chest, and triceps. It's a great exercise. I do it quite a bit, but you gotta be careful. Don't try to grab a weight that's too big for you. You gotta be able to control it because where you're going out, there's a lot of stability there. You have to be able to control that weight. You never want to rush through your weights, okay? You want to stay slow, you want to stay controlled. All right, our last lift for today is a dumbbell bench press. I'm going to show you actually how to spot somebody on a dumbbell bench press. There are 3 different ways. I have my opinion and my option, which one I think is safer for you and the lifter. So I'm going to have Josh go ahead and lay back here. He will kick the weights up. So as you're spotting, you can do 3 things. One, as he comes down, he'll come right to 90 degrees, and you can take your hand and press up on the elbows to help him get to the top position. So there's one way. So I mean, that's not the safest way to do it. The next one, you can come right here to the forearms or the wrist. As he goes down, you can help pull those arms back up to that top position. The last one you can do is right here at the dumbbells. It's the same way as the forearms. You can grab the dumbbells, go down with him, and pull up on the dumbbells, help him get to that top position. And that's how you do a dumbbell bench press and spotting with it.